QS is best known for the QS World University Rankings, and we acknowledge that rankings can't measure all aspects of university excellence. So when we're looking at issues like teaching, learning, and even nurturing employability, we need to identify which institutions are the kind of active volcanoes, which are actually bubbling up new ideas and innovating. And so for me, Reimagine Education is a way to sort of supplement the contribution we're making to higher education insight and really shine a light on excellence.
Reimagine Education has been running for 5 years now, and it's really exciting to see the uplift in interest that we're getting year on year. This year over 1,100 entries have been put into the process, over 500 have completed that program, 120 were shortlisted, and there are over 100 showcases on display at the conference here today and tomorrow.
The nice thing about the conference, in short 5 years, it really became as a leading conference in this area that attracts not only the traditional academic, but also a lot of industry people, both companies who are developing the stuff, large companies, the IBM, the Google, the Amazon Web Services and others, but also a lot of startups and then increasingly venture capitalists who would like to invest in this.
As education and as technology advances, we are getting more advanced when we think about algorithms, when we think about machine learning, and we are getting way more individualized as far as knowing who is actually the receiver of the intended learning and education. There's no reason why we have to be in this passive mode where we have a sage on the stage delivering to an audience of, faceless, nameless individuals. We now know who those learners are, we know how they like to learn, and they can really be in the driver's seat of their education.
Educating individuals to be able to effectively participate not just in society, not just in a given career, but in life. Being able to move from one position to another, one career to another. Being able to adapt to new and novel situations, being able to look at the world and be able to think critically about what they're seeing, being able to solve problems effectively.
There's a narrative out there that I don't agree with. The narrative that education is broken. I don't believe that education is broken. I believe that we've done some amazing things with education over the last 150 years. Then here in the United States, we built a superpower of a country based on the education system that we built in this country. Also, I can't say it's broken. Education worked for me. It also worked for all of you, by the way. And it's worked for thousands and thousands of people, millions of people who I get to meet all the time, who tell me their story, which is similar to mine, and how education worked for them. So I don't believe that education is broken. I believe that we need to take education to the next level, but I don't like the narrative that education is broken.
Education, while changing, is an individual's journey. So I think for students, I think they just need to be aware as they continue their journey that things are changing. This is not our parents' world. We're not staying at companies for 50 years anymore. Our jobs could become obsolete. So it's really about just being agile and accepting the journey that works for you.
One of the things that's going to be true not only in your education life, but in the future of work, is that you need to always embrace a spirit of learning. It's not just about knowing the answer, it's about having curiosity to continue to grow and develop yourself. And I think one of the things that corporations increasingly want are agile learners in the workplace.
learning by making, or learning by, something more academic, or by applying a skill that you've got. Taking the sledgehammer of we have to learn as something that's being done to us to something that's actually you're doing.
Out of all those skills, the one that I didn't mention, the one I think is the most important, is the ability to learn, right? The ability to constantly learn. And believe it or not, that doesn't necessarily start with anything but a mind frame, which is, I don't know how to do X, and I'm gonna learn how to do X. And that to me is the most important skill that you need to have, is the ability to learn.
Are we ready? The 2018 Reimagine Education overall award winner is University of Auckland.
This means a lot to me, a huge amount. I'm really, really appreciative. Thank you very, very much, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone. I'm incredibly humbled to be here with all of you tonight because I esteem you all to be the highest in education. You guys are transforming education around the world.
It's part of Kio's mission, but like I said, it's a team effort, and your experience and knowledge about learning is vital to the conference. So, Jerry, thank you very much.
Thank you.